Hello, my collective. Let's go ahead and get our weekly message. What does Spirit have to say to you? Let's go ahead and see what's coming forward. Any advice, any messages that are coming forward for this week? What are you working with? What's happening? As always, if you are interested in booking a personal with me, the link to that will be in the description box below. This is a collective weekly, so please take it as it resonates to you and your situation. Let's go ahead and get into it. What is Spirit bringing forward this week? What do we need to hear? What's happening for my collective this week? We're going to pull 3 cards. We have communication. I think this card came through not too long ago. We have transformation and we have prosperity. Okay. So I definitely feel like there is a good sense. There could be communication between you and a person, but to me, this would be wanted communication, okay? This isn't like a bad sense of communication, but this is a sense of good communication, and I feel like this is a sense of like where I could make these changes. So if you are looking for communication in order to make some sort of transformation, in order to do a release or kind of move forward in a situation, if you've been waiting to hear back from something, you could be hearing that within this week. So this could be from a job or a person or just kind of just in general where it's like you're waiting to hear back to make some sort of change for yourself. Now this could be a past relationship kind of returning, but it wouldn't be in a bad way. It's like this, I needed this closure. I needed this to happen to kind of make this transformation. Okay. Now for others of you, this is where it's like there is right this week there is a lot of connection with your intuition, okay? And it's like there are changes coming forward for this week where you're kind of really feeling that boost of confidence from Spirit, that sense of intuitive type of energy, and that's coming through in that sense of communication between you and Spirit to make a big transformation, to kind of make those changes to get into a good space, okay? In your work life, in your love life, in your personal life, whatever this might be. I feel like Spirit is trying to give you some sense of like intuitive push to make some changes. Let's go ahead and pull two pieces of advice. Let's kind of see what is coming forward for you this week. 2 pieces of advice for this weekly message for my collective. Yeah, for those 2, I just looked down and we have right here, release. There could be something here where it's like you are getting some sort of communication or something intuitively to make a big release this week, okay? And so if you're not hearing from someone and you need to do this release, I really feel like it's like Spirit is trying to help you get this sense of feeling to move forward in a situation in some way, shape, or form. But that's clear as day to me, where it's like there is a big change coming in, but it's like Spirit is here to guide you through this. And so this could be coming from a person or Spirit itself to do a release of the past, to make some transformation, to make you feel good, okay? And I do feel like with this, guided by wisdom, this is saying that you've walked in this path before and you know the steps. Take them thoroughly and face your fears. Do not, I feel like with this, it's like learn from your past, to learn from other things, where it's like there are changes to come. And you are I feel like your soul is smarter than what you give it credit for, okay? With this wisdom coming forward, it's like you know a lot more than what you give yourself credit for. In a way of like, you know how to guide yourself through situations, or it's like allowing Spirit to guide you. You've walked through this before. You have been in a sense of something before, and it's like, don't let fear hold you back any longer. You are being called to follow the wisdom deep within you, even if it's not a sense of feeling, even if it's like something that, you know, other people wouldn't always follow or whatever the case might be, okay? It will lead you to a sense of balance and a sense of feeling at peace in some way, shape, or form. And we have set sail coming forward. And so to me, this is definitely a big sense of change coming in within this week. And you could just be starting this change, or it's like this is actually like pulling into play within this week, okay? And it's like you are being called to break through boundaries, okay? The world offers countless opportunities waiting for you to explore, and remaining in your comfort zone will only limit your growth. It is time to take a step forward and to border your circle and let fresh experiences enrich your soul. Okay. So there's definitely something here within this week where it's like I feel Spirit is really working with you. Now, if something's coming back from the past as well, I feel like it's more of a release, and it's like you've been down that path before. Don't be afraid to let things go, okay? Even if like maybe in the past you're like, oh, this is something I would totally have gone for again, whether this be a job or this be something, it's like your soul already knows. You already know, okay? Don't allow yourself to fall into old patterns or old habits, okay? And as I said this, it says seeing the beauty, and it talks about patterns on here where it's like complex patterns align you to create a great beauty. And so it's like I visualize the divine plan. Do not fall into old patterns or old habits. I definitely feel like there is a new plan or something new coming in within this week, and you could be putting this into play or kind of coming up with the idea within this week. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more cards. Butterflies are big. We have a butterfly over here. We have a butterfly here, and we have a butterfly here. So this is my angels will guide me. I fulfill my true purpose, and this is coming through in that prosperity. I think this week is going to be something that is like very changeful for you, okay? There is like a big change coming in with this within this week, and I think last week as well was something very similar. If I'm going to be honest with you, it was like there was like a sense of like listening to intuition, but this one's more about, I think, maybe last week's was like there could be a return of the past, and this week to me it's more of there is a big sense of transformation here, okay? I see where I want to go, and I'm not going to, and I feel like with this wisdom, it's like I'm not going to fall into my old patterns. I know what certain cycles or certain behaviors or certain things kind of get me into. I'm willing to let them go. I'm going to embrace the guidance that spirit has to offer me, this sense of communication to make this sense of change. And with the butterfly coming out both right here and here, I just feel like I keep seeing, like, you know how like a butterfly turns into a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. I feel like you're making that change. You're cocooning within this week, or maybe you're coming out of that sense of cocoon. I fulfill my true purpose. I'm willing to kind of take a step outside of what I was used to or what I was comfortable with in order to make these changes. And so there's definitely a big change coming in this week, or spirit is trying to push you towards a change in some way, shape, or form within this week, okay? Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. We're just going to pull some tarot to kind of get some what is happening within this week. We're going to see what else spirit has to say, what's happening within this week for my collective. We're going to pull 4 cards. Okay, so we have some conflict coming forward with this King of Cups. I'm just going to be very obvious here as well, where it's like there could be a sense of feeling conflicted with a water sign in some way, shape, or form. You could have a sense of arguing with someone as well, and not in a bad way. I do want to say don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. I feel like it's like take the high road, rise above some situations. With this Page of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, like I do feel like there's a sense of like walking away from a situation, okay? Let's go ahead and pull 3 more cards. Can I get 3 more messages for this weekly message for my collective? All right. Yeah, okay. I feel like there's a sense here, and maybe you just feel conflicted with your inner self or trusting your own emotion on some things. I'm going to say that as well, where it's like you really struggle to trust your own emotions. And maybe it's both, okay? But I do feel like there's like a struggle here to trust your own emotions. And when I say this, it's like you want to transform, you want to experiencing something more, you want to head and in a new direction, whatever the case might be. But I do feel like there's a sense here with spirit saying it's like it's time to let go of the old to welcome in the new, especially with this Page of Pentacles. I feel like this is referencing like new start, new beginning. And it's like trust your feelings on that. And then we have the 4 of Cups, and I do feel like this could be where it's like you're feeling very, and I don't want to say like negative thought, like, not in that negative sense of thinking, but it's like you're feeling very stuck. And so I feel like you're running your mind in not the direction of trusting yourself or trusting that sense of intuition. Like, of course I want the best to happen, but I'm going to expect the worst because normally what happens is the worst, okay? But then we have the 3 of Cups coming forward, and then we have this Knight of Pentacles. And so I do feel like there's a sense of routine here, okay? I do feel like there's a sense of routine. Walking away from the old to walk into a sense of like something very stable. Because with this coming forward, this to me like references like hardship, but with this coming forward, this is like referencing to me like there is some sense of stability. Oh, it's frozen right now, you can't see, but there is a sense of here with this Three of Cups and this Knight of Pentacles where there is a big sense of stability in some way, shape, or form kind of coming forward for you. And I feel like it's time for you to really trust your intuition on that, really trust those feelings. And I feel like maybe that there's been like a situation that's arose from the past, okay? Because it's like you're being guided from wisdom, where it's like, okay, you have gone through some sort of emotion in the past, and it's like you already know how to conquer this or how to overcome this. Do not fall into that sense of emotion. Don't fall into this sense of negative thought, right? And that's easier said than done. We're all human, so we have that human emotion. It's like, don't fall into this sense of like thinking like I have like my world's crashing, right? And that's easier said than done, but I do feel like there's a big sense here where it's like, I want you to trust yourself, because we have that Three of Cups, which to me is like, there are some things to celebrate. So focus on that, and don't focus on this sense of like hardship with this Five of Pentacles, but more focus on this Knight of Pentacles, where I feel like there is a sense of stability. There is a sense of routine, okay? Spirit is really working with you this week, and I feel like it is, you are either, making that transformation where it's like you're coming out of the cocoon, or you're going into the cocoon to make your transformation. And do not be scared to let go of old habits, old behaviors, old patterns, old cycles, old jobs, people, situations, because it's like it is time for you to step outside of that zone to welcome in something new, okay? And I think that sometimes we could focus on the worry of a situation. Of course, I want this to happen, but I think of the 10 different things that could go wrong instead of the 10 things that can go right, right? And that's that human perspective of us, all right? I'm sending you all lots of love and light. I hope you enjoyed your message. Take care.